All right, think about this. Revelation. I think it's in chapter 1, where the Bible was saying that grace and peace from the one who was, who is, and who is to come. Pause a bit. Let's unpack those realities. You'll see it in many aspects in the book of Revelations, where you'd see who was, who he is, and who is to come. What does who was mean? It's talking about the Son of Man, Jesus Christ, about his humanity. At some point, he was within this time and space as a human. And that was who he was as a human being. Who is talks about his present state. He had arisen, he had died, arisen, and he's sitting at the right hand of the Father. Who is to come talks about is some sort of eternal frame when he's going to be coming back in the second coming to take his bride unto himself. So these are three different aspects of the same person. Jesus Christ, who was, talking about his humanity. Who is, because he still lives, talks about his divinity of some sort. Who is to come, because he's still going to return again to come and take back his bride. Right? It also talks about his divinity. How does this relate to us? Until we are able to, come into the fullness of his humanity, how much of him, of the dimensions of humanity do we know? That's one. How much of the dimensions of his divinity? How much do you know of his presence with you? Not just his past, but his present. And then how much are you able to expect him coming to save? How do I mean? If you don't bring these three dimensions into the fore, you may not be able to enjoy the fullness of the Christ in your life. I'm saying that until we are able to get to a point where we understand the humanities of Jesus Christ, understand the dimension of his divinity, his past, his present, and then prognosticate into the future, we can't come into the fullness of the doctrines of the Christ, the fullness of his revelations, the fullness of his power, and the fullness of his graces. Think about this.